UNESCO describes Indonesia as having an extraordinary linguistic tapestry with more than 700 languages spoken across the archipelago. Indonesia is home to more than 1,300 ethnic groups, making it one of the most diverse nations in the world. But beyond this diversity, have you ever wondered what truly makes us different from one another? Is it our culture, our language, or is it something deeper, something we cannot see, yet shapes everything we create? Greetings! My name is Viola from the University of Surabaya, Faculty of Psychology, and it is an honor to represent my university as Mahasiswa Berprestasi 2026. I would like to deliver a persuasive speech with a spark of motivation. Through this speech, I would like to share a perspective that deepens the way we understand diversity and how we understand it within the context of Indonesia. When we talk about diversity, we often think of what we can see. But what does it really mean? According to Oxford Dictionary, diversity is about variety, different people, perspectives, and experiences. And more than that, it's about inclusion, creating spaces where every voice is welcomed and truly valued. However, there's something we often overlook. When we talk about diversity, we usually focus on what we can see: culture, ethnicity, religion, background, and yes, in Indonesia, we are incredibly rich in all of these. But beyond that, there's another layer of diversity that is just as important, because the most powerful form of diversity is not what we see on the outside, but what happens inside our minds. How we think, solve problems, how we create ideas and respond to challenges. This is what we call cognitive and creative diversity. And yet, in today's fast-changing world, there is often pressure to follow a single right way of thinking. As a result, many people start holding back their ideas, not because they are not valuable, but because they are different. And in that moment, we lose something important. Because relying on only one way of thinking, we limit what we can see, create, and solve, and prevents us from finding more meaningful and human-centered solutions. Living in a country as diverse as Indonesia reminds us that differences are not meant to divide us, but to complete us. Different ways of thinking don't compete, they complete. This is the foundation of a mindset: diverse in mind, united in heart. A mindset that values differences and turns them into impact. This is especially important in inclusive decision-making, as highlighted in SDG 16, where every voice must be heard, including those who think differently. It also applies to collaboration in SDG 17, where strong partnerships are built on diverse perspectives, strengths, and ideas. In fact, every sustainable development goal begins with how we think. Without openness to different perspectives, it becomes difficult to create inclusive solutions and real sustainable impact. So, remember this: you don't need to think like everyone else to belong. You belong because you think differently. And that is where change begins. So, imagine an Indonesia where every voice is heard, every difference is valued, and every idea has the opportunity to grow, where diversity of thought leads to unity of purpose. That is the Indonesia we can build together. So, I invite all of us to begin not only by celebrating the diversity we can see, but also by embracing the diversity within our minds. Thank you for your attention. I hope we can begin with ourselves to be diverse in mind, yet united in heart.